Alright. Onward we go. Sign free agents. We'll look around. I want to save my money for re-signing my players, though. But I don't mind looking around a little bit. Tunzel. I would definitely beef up our offensive line, but... Again, want to save some money. Roethlisberger's a free agent. Looks like they might let him go. If he goes to the Ravens, though, how interesting would that be? Jermaine Arfidi's on this list. We already have some young players there, though. Yeah, we're letting Willie Snead go, as I talked about. The Bills throwing a lot of money at Willie Snead. Sharp. Tajay Sharp here. Looks like the Cowboys are out in front right now. Paxton Lynch. Harrison. Campbell. Nortman. Dak Prescott's a free agent. Only 82 overall. That's interesting. Alright. Big contract by the Dolphins there. Eric Weddle, free agent, 35 years old. Sign a blocking tight end. I already have some tight ends, though. Like, I already have Austin Seferian-Jenkins still. I guess he's not as big of a blocker. That would be this guy. What are your stats looking like? Run block, 70. Impact block, 73. Run block, 83. Impact block, 78. Kent Edmonds. That might be a good pickup. I think I'm cool with that pickup, actually. I like that. That could greatly help our run game. Do I want to give him 4 years? Probably not. Let's see if he'll do 3. We'll see if he'll do a 3-year deal. Alright. Get rid of Austin Seferian-Jenkins, maybe. Alright. Here we go. I don't want to cheese the game and just give him a super lowball offer because I know nobody else will go for him. Want to, you know, pay him if he's going to be good for us. It's a good depth signing. But yeah, maybe throw Austin Seferian-Jenkins on the trade block would make some sense. Oh wait, how do I... There's Whittington. How do I... I have to go to roster, don't I? Alright, we've got the combine scores now. So, going to be interesting to see how that changes things for us. What is your blocking? He has pretty solid run block himself, though. Much better catcher. But I'm still going to add him to the trade block. Let's compare them. Seferian-Jenkins certainly faster. Edmonds with more strength. The catching obviously going to Seferian-Jenkins. All the catching really. Release by a lot. Run block. That run block is a big deal though. Seferian-Jenkins is a better pass blocker, but I want to get our running game really to go. And I think Kent Edmonds might be a good under-the-radar signing. I'm actually kind of excited about that move. Alright. The combine scores are in. Let's just scroll down quickly and see if anything stands out. I still have yet to see an 8 in this Madden. Doesn't look like we're getting an 8 here. Oh. Ooh, this guy looked really good and he skipped the combine. Nope. Nope. Ah, that sucks, Matt. I'm sorry. Did you get a game that you would like, man? I saw that he gave the choice to you. All right. Kane Cheek does not look like a #1 overall pick to me, to be honest. Quintarius Baber. Don't really need a corner. He didn't really have a great combine either, though. This might not be a good draft. At least not at the top. There might be some depth here, but at the top of the draft, it doesn't look very good. Hudson Bonani, though, looks outstanding. We still got a question mark at quarterback. Clearly. Our guys just haven't developed how we had hoped they would. We are currently holding 2 first-round picks at 20 and 24. That alone's not going to be enough to get up there. To select him. Hey, what up, Rich? How you doing today, man? Man, Rich was giving me those feels last night. Did y'all see Rich's tweets? I'm like choked up over here, dude. Reggie Evans, Dedrick. Alright. Cedric Mace looks good. Cedric Mace looks very good. I don't need a free safety. But it's also an interesting prospect, if nothing else. Austin Rudolph. And again, maybe I would move another Fryer back to wide receiver if I find a tight end and run with the new guy we just signed and a rookie. Spectacular catch, outstanding. He's got killer speed. Good catch in traffic. Let's see. That might be silent. That might be. He'd be a good slot receiver, which is what I need. Melquan Starling. A little bit older. Not very fast either. Great spectacular catch, though. Alright. Isaac Key. Potential replacement for the linebacker for Navarro Bowman. We already have Forsey, but I could use somebody else too. Killer combine. Outstanding combine. The dude is fast. He's strong. He's got good hit power, good tackle. I mean, monster combine by Isaac Key. Another middle linebacker. Not as good of a combine, but another option there. Another middle linebacker here. Good speed, good strength. Alright, this is the guy I was really curious about. I need a wide receiver. Don't know what his combine is yet, but he looks outstanding from his top 3 stats. He's decently fast. He's very strong. Only 21 years old. Siante Cherry is a player I would very, very much like to have. Last year's draft, Minecraft. We need a wide receiver. He looks good. He's available where we are selecting. Why is this guy rated so poorly with his hit power and tackle? Why are they saying his talent's early 3rd round? The guy looks outstanding. Block shed's maybe not great, but I'm a bit confused on that one. 6.3 combine. Oh, wow. Not where I want it, though, in strength. Here's another tight end. 4.66 speed. Alright. They're saying mid-1st round talent. That's a good sign. I like this guy a lot. I don't necessarily need a corner. But he just looks outstanding for a 2nd round pick. Great height, 6'2", only 21 years old. Great man coverage. Here's Cleveland, 4.63 speed, 6'7" height, 22 years old. Let's go look at the tight ends. What was Rudolph? 4.77. What are you? 4.86. 4.66. 4.63. So who has the fastest speed here? 6'5"? Nope. Who has the fastest? I don't know. Is there a fastest tight end? Or is it like the best is actually just the second best? I guess that's how it is. Huh. Fair enough. I really like Cleveland, though. I do. If I got Cherry in Cleveland, I'd gotta feel pretty happy with that. Where does that leave Fryer, though? I don't know, man. I don't know. There's decisions to make. Keep looking at these middle linebackers, maybe. That guy looked very good for the 7th round. The other thing I was thinking, if I find a really good, strong safety, maybe I can move Kendall to the other middle linebacker spot. It's not my first choice, but it is an option. Look at this guy, maybe. This guy's actually pretty solid for 7th round. He's already 24 years old, though. All right. This is going to be an interesting draft, guys. Again, we have a young player at just about every position that we like. Sniper Indian, thank you for that follow, man. Welcome to SnEaKyNation. It just depends on who we feel most comfortable with, really. We'll look at our depth chart before we do any, before we advance. Oh, was this guy? Yeah, I like that guy. I might draft him in the 7th round just because I'm pretty convinced he's going to be a very good player. Alright, who else do we got over here? Leash. Not bad for 6th round. Like that. I find this guy intriguing. He's already 24. Never mind. If he had better, like if he was like 21 with that hit power, I feel like I could train him up a little bit, but corner, it's not much of a need at this point anymore. I do need some coverage linebackers, though. Keep an eye on you. Don't think I'm going to select you, but I'll keep an eye on you. Defensive tackle, I've looked around. Nobody's really stood out. 6'4" combine. 38 reps. The strongest defensive tackle in the class. There we go. 3rd round. That's a good 3rd round pick right there. Just gives me some depth to work with. 6'7" height, great strength. I'm cool with that. Anybody else down here with good strength? 35 reps. Yeah. Hey, you know, a bit of a project. You wouldn't be starting. He's only 21 years old, though. Out of Potato State over here. Yo, Lady Jerry, take it easy, man. Sub-franchise? I don't know. I might do it at some point. Just kind of depends, man. We haven't really looked at cornerbacks as much because I've got a lot. But there is one cornerback I very much do like. 3-4 run stopper. 34 reps. Interesting. Jesus Eugene. It's about as high as the combine as I think I have ever seen for a defensive end. 7. This guy is 6'9". 37 reps. Oh, maybe I can move him to defensive tackle. Trade Buckner and Armstead? No. Not once, not never. Oh, that's... I thought he meant the sub-franchise of, I thought he was referring to the sub-franchise with... like, when I have the subs as player names. I might be mistaken. Maybe he meant like a sub-franchise where each sub has a team. We are going to try it one more time with the new Madden, though. Don't I have a good backup to Tart or to Kindle anyway? I have Diamond. I don't know how Diamond's a 75 overall. Nothing about his stats looks like a 75 overall to me. But I also have Heath over here, who I do very much like. I think Heath could probably play strong safety if need be. And the fact that there's a safety in this draft that I do very much like, I think I'm going to take this offer. Get depth at defensive tackle. So maybe I don't necessarily need to do that. Let's go see what Archer is, though. Let's go see how old he is, what his stats look like. And then pick up an extra fourth. Because that could be a good move for us. I mean, it's good value. He's 27. 88 strength. Not outstanding. But it's not bad. I mean, you know, he's not going to be starting for us, but as a backup player. Yeah, I think we got to take this trade. Because how old is... I mean, Tart's older. We're getting a little bit younger. We're getting an extra draft pick. There's another safety I do like in this draft. And then if worst case, I have Dylan Diamond still. Even though I don't understand how he is ranked as 75 overall. I don't know. Like, what about... I don't know. Take the third from the Panthers? Well, here's the thing. The pick is next year anyway. The third from the Panthers. Whereas the fourth is this year. If there's nobody there in the fourth this year that I like, typically you can trade them for a third next year. So the value is just better here. Alright, I don't think I want to trade Wortham. I guess I should look at my offers for him, but I don't think he's a player I would like to trade. Let's look at our left guard. We have Garnett there. Wortham's the backup. But look at this. Wortham has, you know, 91 strength, 86 run block, 85 impact block, 77 pass block. We could, you know, improve a little bit, but otherwise. Over at right. So, he's not irreplaceable. I mean, he's kind of a backup right now. And I don't know if I see him getting above Lucina. I could see him taking over for Garnett on the left side, though. Let's see what the offers are. There's not like a guaranteed spot for him to start, though. Ooh, a second next year. Giving him to the Seahawks, though, would kind of suck. I think I drafted him in the 5th round, so, I mean, that's great return. Oh, yeah, we could move him to center. That's a good point. Since we didn't bring Warmack back. That's a very good point, sir. Let's go look at this. Aha. We'll probably do that. Why is Warmack still on my roster? I didn't re-sign him. That's weird, right? That's really weird. Why is Warmack here? No, I didn't bring Warmack back. That's why I'm confused. I never re-signed him. I'm going to hold on to Wortham for right now. We'll see how he progresses. Well, do I have Warmack or do I not? Is auto franchise tag a thing? Never heard of that. Alright, well, let's say I did trade him. Look at this guy. Early 6th round. Very good pick for the 6th round. I could take him in the 5th. Alright, I'm not going to spend a 1st round pick on a right guard. But is there, like, late round steals that I like? I'm not seeing a lot of strength down there. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, though. Eesh. Wait. That's 3rd round. Left guard. See if there's something over here. Alright. Good strength. Okay run block. Okay impact. Or a 4th round player. That could be his replacement. I mean, that's a solid player there. There's also the center. I mean, just I'm thinking value-wise, it might just make sense to trade him. I could replace him. You know what I mean? It's not like he's irreplaceable. Yeah, I think this is our last round of scouting. Yeesh. I don't know why I have Warmack to begin with. I don't think... did you guys see me bring him back? Let's go look at what his contract is saying. That's weird. Salaries. Oh my gosh. Did they auto-franchise tag him? Is that a thing? I have never heard of this auto-franchise tag before. What is that? Why is he making so much? You've been auto-franchise tagged before? I've never heard of that. Why would they do that? Why would you auto-franchise? Why would you pay a center who's an 83 overall nearly $10 million, well over $10 million, when I freaking have a backup over here that could fit in perfectly? If I cut the franchise tag, I mean, shit, I would lose a ton of money, wouldn't I? What in the world, game? I didn't sign him for a reason. This game hates me. I mean, look, here's the thing. It's not the worst thing ever. I have cap room anyway. Like, I have more than enough cap room, so he'll just be gone next season, hopefully, unless they auto-franchise tag him again. We should be fine, though. That really should not be a big deal for us. As long as it's gone next year, who cares? But do I do this? I think I do this trade. I mean, that's just really good value. I'm going to do it. Hate trading him to the Seahawks, though. Because we got pressure on Russell Wilson one of those games. He's a good backup. Good backups don't matter. Offensive line guys don't get injured at all. And as I just showed you, there are other good backups that we could draft easily. So even though he's a good backup, I could replace him in the draft with that 4th round selection that I saw. That looks good. I think I'm going to take it. Jamie, I already showed you, bro. We just, before I was going to do that trade, I went and scouted a backup. Remember, Jamie? Remember when I went and found this guy right here? See? We have this guy right here. That's our new backup. So we're fine. There's also a center backup down here that I like. Few of them, really. But this guy, I think, was the one I really like. We had other options. If I didn't have any other options, I wouldn't have made that trade. But getting a second-round pick is legit. And it could also help me move up to maybe take this quarterback if I want to. I don't need a free agency, though. What else do I even scout? They give you way too many scout points, dude. Who needs this many scout points? This guy skipped the combine. That's interesting. Oh. It's pretty good throw power for that pick in the draft. Let's just scout you guys. Oh! Bro. Have something else. Have anything else. Like, at least like a C+. C+ accuracy. Give me one C+ accuracy. Yo, Cedric Curry, though. Interesting. Wow. All right. The hidden gem. He's already 24, which I'm not a huge fan of, but because I don't think he's going to be outstanding. All right, we got Edmonds. Good pickup for us. Good blocking tight end. Giovanni Bernard going to the Bears. Tunzel. Laramie Tunzel going to the Bills. Roethlisberger going to the Ravens. That's so weird. Afidi going to the Bills. Willie Snead going to the Bills. The Bills spending some money this offseason, man. Their offensive line is looking good, though. Left guard 90. Right guard 86. Willie Snead. Sharp going to the Cowboys. Paxton Lynch to the Lions. Harrison going to the Cardinals. Prescott going to the Texans. They didn't want to lose Tony Romo to the Texans, but there goes Prescott. Emmanuel Sanders to the Patriots. Eli Apple to the Dolphins. They gave him a ton of money. Procise going to the Bengals. Matt Ryan. He didn't retire. He's going to the Chargers. All right. Interesting. Start the NFL draft.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
The Ravens don't need a quarterback anymore, right? I mean, they do, because Roethlisberger's going to retire in a year. The Panthers don't need a quarterback. I feel like I've got a few options here. One, trade up and get Hudson Bonani. The dude looks outstanding. The other options I have... Well, let's look at our depth chart before I go back to this. Here's the thing. We've already got Austin Schobel and Asher McClover. They're both young. They can both improve. Asher McClover... No, let's go to roster so I can look at their potential and age. Alright. McClover is 22 years old with quick development. Schobel is 25 with quick development. We've got some young guys there that we can continue to improve. Bonani might be amazing. He's probably going to be better right now than either Schobel or McClover are. And I think he's going to have superstar potential. Here's the thing. Do we need to sacrifice so many draft picks to get him? Maybe I could use Schobel as trade bait as well instead of some draft picks. Or maybe even Asher McClover if they'd prefer. Running back, we're okay. I like this trio that we have. Fullback, I like Nixon. Wide receiver, we need options. A lot of these guys are going to get cut before next season. I like Dimitri Todman. I like Mooney. Essex is very hit and miss. Malal Batiste had a disappointing rookie season. But a lot of these guys don't have a lot of speed either. Vladimir Mallard drops everything. I could also, again, move Shaquan Fryer back over to wide receiver. But I really like that 6'6" wide receiver in the draft. However, if I get Bonani, it's likely I'm not getting him. You know what I'm saying? If I get Bonani, I'm going to have to trade the picks that I would have to select Cherry. Left tackle. Oh! He did retire. I did not think we lost Staley. Staley officially retired. Okay. No more Joe Staley for us. I'm definitely going to need to draft some backups on the offensive line at some point. That's okay. If not, I could always sign a guy or two as well. We did get Archer. I think that was actually going to be a very good trade for us. Solid at linebacker. I could use another middle linebacker for an eventual Navarro Bowman replacement. But again, the other option to that is to just move Kendall over there. Worst case. We got some corners finally. We've got depth at safety. Oh, wait, no. See what they're looking at here. See, they don't even want a quarterback. So a quarterback's really not even going to entice them. Whether it's just because Madden logic or what. I don't think Austin Schobel's going to sway the needle for them. And the Panthers are picking number 2. I don't think it'll do anything for them either. The Browns, they don't even view it as a big need. Who do they? Yeah, they have Houston Church there. He really hasn't developed a whole lot. I'm not trading Wilkerson. The Ravens want a center. Yeah, but I've also got to have at least a level of realism. Like, the game's never going to be perfect. There's going to be moves that are made that are not 100% realistic. But trading Chance Warmack to get the #1 overall pick is just... I can't do that. That's stupid. Alright. Let's see how this unfolds through the first 2 picks. They might select him. If they do, it just wasn't meant to be. We'll move on with what we have. We'll be okay.
Our very own Adam Schefter has more to say about this pick. A veritable interception machine. He holds his college's single game
Interception machine. Can you guys hear it? That sounds so low.
Scouts pointed to an almost 6th sense when the ball was in the air, and Matt Miller had him ranked as the top defensive back in the draft in his final mock.
I'm not super nervous about it.
Are few and far between, and this is a pick that should solidify this team's pass defense for years to come. It'll be very interesting to see if opposing offenses go right after him, and how if he shows any rust after being avoided for much of his final year.
Let's go try to raise the volume here. Where? Hey, Josh, are you here? Did you ever work on that playbook? I bet I have to turn in-game commentary up. You guys are just going to have to remind me to lower it again before we get into the regular season or preseason, whatever. Alright, well, we'll raise it up a little bit. It's not going to hurt anybody. I'm not super nervous. If I don't get Bonani, I'll be okay. Like, I don't think our whole franchise comes down to whether or not we get Bonani. Because, again, I think if I get Bonani, it's very likely I'm not going to get Cherry. And I like Cherry a lot, too. And I like the quarterbacks we have. I think they have a bright future. So we'll see how this plays out. But I don't think it's going to make or break us. Yeah, but there's a question mark with them, Jamie. They also struggled, so we have to keep that in mind. You know, the Browns had Kessler. They still ended up getting Kaiser.
The Panthers have just picked up Evans. Adam, what do you know about him?
You heard his name brought up more and more as the college season went on. He really had a breakout year, getting the attention he deserved after having several monster games in which he looked almost uncoverable. Even when defensive coordinators started game planning around him, using double teams.
That's true as well. The Bears did it.
He still found ways to make plays. His quarterback put a lot of faith in him, and hopefully this team's quarterback will be able to do the same in due time.
So, weapon for Cam Newton there. Here's the thing. I can't even make that trade with the Browns. Because the Browns already have a quarterback. They don't need Schobel. They already have a quarterback with the same exact rating who is also very young. If I'm going to make this trade, I need to trade either Schobel or McClover. It doesn't make sense. The Browns might take Bonani here. If they do, it is what it is. I have to deal with it. But realistically, that doesn't work out really.
The Jets are now on
okay, the Jets we might be able to work with. The Jets need a quarterback badly. I thought. Do they not? Why are they not looking for a quarterback? I can do this one, though. They need a quarterback. I don't know why it's not saying it there. Okay, Jets. Who do you guys think has more value? Schobel or McClover? We've got to give them one of these two. Passer rating for Schobel's a lot better. Maybe for that reason. Hey, what up, DJ Style? How you doing, man? I think Schobel might. I don't know. Y'all think McClover has more value? I think Schobel might. I'm not doing a straight up deal. Oh, see which one gets closer to it? Does that... That's a good idea. I'm afraid to hit submit. I don't want them to accept this. Okay. So that got them right there. Let's see how they value Schobel or McClover. Pretty much the exact same. We'll say Schobel. He did a little bit better. Alright. 20 overall. And the higher overall next year. What do y'all think about that? I might still have a chance to get Cherry. Everybody's shouting too much. That's what you have to do. Have you guys not paid attention? If you guys are trying to trade up that high in the draft, you have to trade a lot. Everybody's saying too much, but that's what you got to do. You have to. You have to trade too much to move up. Teams don't like just trade. Like, look at all the drafts. You see it. I think this is more realistic.
How come nobody's at the podium?
Okay.
That's because both teams are right now working on a trade.
Okay. Hudson Bonani. Have we finally found our franchise quarterback? Out of LSU. Oh, we're screwed. He's an LSU quarterback. They always suck. 6'4" height. 22 years old. Good throw power. Good short throw accuracy. BYD. B plus mid throw accuracy.
Are now on the clock.
80 overall superstar development.
Tell us about their newest player.
While you wouldn't normally be surprised to see a quarterback winning the Heisman, it's his electric style of play on the field that makes him a little more intriguing versus previous Heisman-winning quarterbacks. He was one of the most exciting players to watch in all of college football, making plays with his arm and his feet. He's an escape artist, turning would-be sacks into dazzling touchdown throws. He's going to need to learn to operate more in the pocket in the NFL, but I'm excited to see what this Heisman winner will do for his new team.
All right. His deep throw accuracy sucks. It's better than what we already had. Schobel's deep throw accuracy was worse. Wasn't it like 72? Obviously, we had to give up a lot to get him, but I think this guy might be the quarterback of the future for us. I think this is a good player here. An offensive Heisman. The first offensive Heisman of the season. Of this series. Now, the question is, how do we find a way? Thank you, Decal, for the bit. How do we find a way to get Cherry 2? Yeah, we definitely gave up a lot, but you kind of have to.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
All
Adam,
right.
what can you tell us about that last pick?
Sources have told me that it was his impressive college All-Star Game MVP performance that solidified his positioning as one of the most sought-after defensive backs in this year's draft. He has a nose for the football and a willingness to attack the ball as it's in the air. Instincts are a trait that simply can't be taught, and many draft experts have compared him to a young Deion Sanders. If there's one knock on him that I consistently hear, it's that he needs to work on his tackling mechanics and strength. One scout even showed me film where he was shown struggling to bring down bigger backs and receivers one-on-one. He'll be meeting with a team nutritionist and strength coaches in the coming week as his new coaching staff feels that if they can bulk him up a bit, he'll win those battles.
All right, guys. Put Bonani in the chat if you guys would like to enter the next giveaway. Bonani in the chat. All right. Yeah, McClover's a great backup. I like McClover a lot. There was a chance McClover could have developed into a franchise quarterback. I think Bonani will be a franchise quarterback. That's where the difference was for me, I think.
Let's go to Adam Schefter now.
I think Bonani's a surefire franchise guy.
He deserves a lot of credit for this team's high-powered offense this past season. He had more targets than the rest of the team combined, putting up numbers.
Only rule for the giveaways, you have to be a follower. Subscribers do have twice the luck, though.
He used all the tools a coach likes to see in a receiver to get those numbers. He was always able to find ways to get separation from the defender, and once the ball was in his hands, he always turned downfield to pick up a few more yards after the catch. We'll see how long it takes for him to become a favorite target for this team's quarterback.
All right, Dolphins adding a wide receiver. That's one less wide receiver there.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Oh! Cherry's the next wide receiver up. I really freaking want Cherry. The way to get him... Swag, thank you for the bits! Well, on second thought, he was worth all of it. I thought he would be. I really think he'll be our franchise quarterback. They don't look like they'll be targeting a wide receiver. So I can probably hold off. DXD, thank you for that follow, man. Welcome to SnEaKyNation. Alright, yeah. Let's go ahead and get this roll going. Matt Wilson with the victory. Matt Wilson, congrats! Let us know what you would like. Okay, I don't think they want a wide receiver. I might wait this one out. JKW, thank you for that follow. Guys, thank you for that follow train. Welcome to SnEaKyNation, guys. How are y'all doing today? Skip Cherry and go after that tight end to Cleveland. That is another option. That is another option.
The Bears are now on the clock.
But I really want Cherry. Do the Bears need a wide receiver? I might be able to get Cherry in the second round is my thing. I was already on there. I don't know where I was going. Alright. Svicha! Thank you for that follow, man. Welcome to SnEaKyNation, dude. Alright, wide receiver. They have Alshon Jeffrey. They might be content with that for now. They also have Connor Smiley as a backup. I think they'll be okay. Think we'll be okay here, too.
The Rams are now on the clock.
The Rams should need a wide receiver. Are we going to do a freaking another division trade, though? I mean, it happens in the draft a little bit more than it happens with players. They need a wide receiver. They need other things, too. But they also need a wide receiver. Our defense is pretty set. We're trying to solve our offensive issues this season. What would be a realistic trade in this scenario to go from 24 to 10? I don't know if a first next year would do it. Maybe a second next year? Maybe the second next year that I got from the Seahawks? They do need a center. So maybe that and a third? A third next year. Because I'm moving up 14 spots. I don't really want Warmack anyway. That was just a freaking glitch with the game. And then... Oh, wait. That's a third this year. That can make sense, though. I can get on board with a third this year, I think. Let's try that. Yeah, let's try that. It's a third this year, but I think that's fair.
Well, if you're wondering what the
delay
is, I think
we've got Cherry 2. Let's go. I typically don't move around, like, trade up in the draft. I think you guys have seen me trade back mostly. But, you know what? As I showed our roster, we're kind of in that position where I don't need to stockpile picks anymore. I don't need to collect picks. I've got players where I want them. Now I just need to find the game changers that will take our team to the next level. We got our quarterback, Hudson Bonani. Ciante Cherry. I'm thinking I'm pretty happy with this. Let's go.
Are now on the clock.
76 overall. Only normal development, but he's got 6'6" height, 92 speed. I think this guy is going to be pretty solid for us moving forward. A good compliment on the outside to Dimitri Todman. And again, we needed speed at wide receiver. We didn't have a lot of speed. This is our speed here. So I am pretty stoked with this. 6'6" height, 92 speed, 92 jumping. I think we are going to be able to develop this guy very, very well Fights for yards, covers the ball on big hits. Decent release out of the gate here. Once we get his awareness up, he's going to skyrocket that overall. Good catch in traffic. Excellent, spectacular catch. 92 overall. That's insane. 87 catch. Like, once we get his regular catching up, his route running up, I mean, this guy is outstanding. Outstanding already. There we go. All right. Now it's just a matter of, will Cleveland fall to our next pick? Late second round projection. I might trade up in the early second round to try to get him. Oh yeah, I don't care about development. Half the chat looks at development and thinks that that's the only thing that matters. It really doesn't. It really doesn't matter. Like, slow development does hurt, I would say, a little bit, because you can't really train them in the off-season week type things, the training. But other than that, it really doesn't matter a whole lot. If a player performs, they're going to get XP.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
All right.
The Giants.
There goes Key to the Eagles. He was a really good-looking middle linebacker. Mace was a good-looking free safety going to the Giants. 3 NFC East teams in a row selecting. 2 middle linebackers and a free safety. Here's a team within our division. Let's see how this plays out.
The Bills are now
middle linebacker McDaniel. The Bills getting left outside linebacker Amaya.
The Chargers are now
left tackle to the Broncos.
Let's go to Adam now, who's got more on the Chargers.
Here we go.
Last pick.
There isn't a strict dress code on a player's pro day like there is at the combine. However, with big guys like him, maybe there should be. After skipping combine activities, he came to his school's pro day looking a little larger than normal. When he ran the 40 and other drills, he decided to remove his shirt. And not only did he turn in a slower time, but he also looked a little bit out of shape. Despite the lack of conditioning, the team liked him enough to pick him here. We'll see how much better he can be once he's back in playing shape.
All right.
The Jets are now.
There goes one tight end to the Raiders.
The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Center's going.
The Rams are now on
free
the clock.
safety going to the Texans.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
The Rams taking a wide receiver, so they would have taken Cherry, I imagine, if I had not made that trade with them.
The Bengals are now on the clock. Pick's been made. Let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about the player.
He's a raw athlete with a lot of upside, and the question will be, where and when does he hit his ceiling? He's still relatively new to football.
Nice, nerdy.
He's a track and field runner for the school his first 3 years of eligibility. He definitely has the body to play any of the skill positions in football, and he may ultimately end up playing a different position than what he's drafted as. I'm sure the coaches will love the athleticism he brings, but first they'll probably try him out at a few different areas before finding his best role.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, we had 6 Pro Bowlers.
Adam, give us the latest information on this guy.
I asked several
Seahawks.
scouts what separated him from the other players in his class, and they all pointed to his ability to quickly change directions. He ran the 3-cone drill around 6.5 seconds, the fastest time in his class. He also has the hips and footwork to turn the corner quickly without losing a lot of momentum. No matter the position,
Blue Seeds!
kind of
What's up, bro? How you doing today, man?
And I'm sure the head coach is very pleased with this pick.
All right.
Let's go to Adam now, who's got more on the
Another
Patriots'
story.
last pick.
Big-time players make big-time plays, and that's exactly what he was able to do late in the season as he found the end zone again and again. He faced some fierce competition with regards to who the #1 rated running back was in the draft, and it was his workhorse mentality.
Blue Seeds is one of my longest subs, though.
When he moved into the
So Blue
top
Seeds
spot
is really
in
the
position of
original
evaluations.
blue over here,
How you finish the
Licata.
season as a back is so important, especially when an NFL team is looking to give you 20-plus touches per game. Most
Yeah,
backs
we'll keep
don't
an eye on
go
free
due
agency.
to the physicality of the position, but he actually seemed to get stronger as the season progressed, something his new team has to be extremely
Patriots
excited
getting
about.
that running back. We saw how much success their last running back had
Cowboys
there.
are now on the clock.
Another tight end off the board going to the Steelers. Shoots.
The Falcons are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Oh. Dang, I did not anticipate that run. What are the Jags looking for here? What do they need a tight end? I don't think they need a tight end. They have Thomas, don't they? Alright, so let's look at the next few picks, see if we have a risk of them going. We got the Jags, the Ravens, the Panthers, and the Browns. Jags, Ravens, Panthers, Browns. Yeah, no worries, Johnny. Let's see. That's, yeah. Typically, when I first started this series, what we did is we traded back a lot, because I had a whole lot of needs. I don't have a lot of needs anymore. And when you don't have a lot of needs, that's when you need to pick and choose your players, which is what I'm trying to do. Man, I got on that, and I've already forgotten who I need to look at. Okay, the Jags. Oh, the Jags do need a tight end. Fudge. Did not anticipate that. Oh. I mean, he's young. He's 24. They also need a cornerback and a safety. Let's see if those players are there. Okay. There's a strong safety. There's a cornerback. This cornerback looks freaking outstanding. I'd like to see them draft him. Okay. They might go tight end here. But oh, what if I tried trading Austin Seferian-Jenkins to them with my pick? My second round pick and Austin Seferian-Jenkins to move up. How would y'all view that? Thank you for that follow, Trey is Beast. I appreciate that, man. Welcome to SnEaKyNation. That might be a good one. Let's just see. Let's just see.
The Ravens are
okay,
now on the
we're
clock.
good. What are the Ravens doing? What are they looking at? I know the Panthers were one of these teams too. They need a tight end badly. Oh. Alright, what are the Ravens? The D Riches, thank you for that follow, man. Welcome to SnEaKyNation. Okay, doesn't look like they're going to be looking at a tight end here. Okay. So, maybe I'll make this trade with the Panthers. I'll give them Austin Seferian-Jenkins and a second round pick. My second.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
I think that's a fair trade. No more trades? Dude, I typically don't make those trades because I trade down. We don't need to trade down anymore. I've got the players that I like. I need to pick the few players that are going to help this team win now and start elevating them to the next level. That's the only reason I'm making the trades. I targeted 3 guys in this draft. I want to get these 3 guys. And I think this trade's pretty fair, considering Austin Seferian-Jenkins is still young. 84 overall. He's 27. That's a fair trade for them. Because I'm only moving up, you know, not moving up that much, right? So, 18 spots. That's a good difference, I think. I mean, it is... Teams trade, though, Snoopy. I mean, look at all the teams that move around every single year in the trades. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time.
Ladies and gentlemen,
all right,
we've got a trade.
That's it. I don't need any more trades. I just want to get my 3 guys. Once I get my 3 guys, we're good to go. Tight end. Cleveland it is. 22 years old. Okay speed, I think. 6'7" height.
The Browns are now on the clock.
78 overall with superstar development, though. 87 speed, 84 catching. His run block could use some work. Spectacular catch, catch in traffic, acceleration. Dang. I did not anticipate him being this good. Did not anticipate him being this good at all. Done. Dang. Darion Cleveland, though. And see, now we are in a spot. Nerdy, you make it sound like no teams move around in the draft, dude. Teams trade. Look at the 49ers. How many trades did they make this season alone?
The Jets are
They spent the whole time trading, dude. 6-7 though. Taliaferro going to the Browns.
Are now on the clock.
Whittington to the Jets. The Browns. Look at all the trades the Browns made. Every team makes trades, dude.
All right, now that the pick's in, let's go to Adam.
Earlier I traded back because I needed more picks.
Really knew about him until
Now that I have a young team, I am in a position to target the players that I want with the picks that I have stored.
Center of attention. He played lights out and looked to handle himself really well, matched up against top-tier talent. He stole the show and left the All-Star game shooting up draft boards around the league. The coach is going to love having a guy like him on the team, and I can't wait to see what he does when the season rolls around.
No, teams do trade this much, Nerdy. Like I said, it's all about the position of the team. In the past of this series, I have needed players, so I have traded back a lot. That helped me get a lot of picks, get the players that I wanted with those picks, and still had extras left over. I had all these extra picks from trading back. This was the time I needed to target the players that I wanted and make the moves to make sure I got them. Seattle! Thank you for that follow, man. Welcome to SnEaKyNation, dude.
Selection. For more about him, let's go to Adam Schefter.
He's a running back that has amazed and confused scouts and draft experts all season due to his inconsistent play. Some weeks, he looked like the most dominant back in the nation, and others, he struggled moving the ball past the line of scrimmage. High-level sources I spoke with attributed much of his inconsistency to a poor work ethic in the film room, specifically not reading blocks or understanding cutback.
Wasn't all in the first round, Evil. Browns had 3 first-round picks this year. I had 2.
This coaching staff is going to have quite a project on its hands.
So, boom. Named it this year, Evil. Next up, let's hear it.
The Bears are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock.
All right,
let's go to Adam Schefter, who's got more on this pick.
When I ask scouts around the league what his biggest asset is, they always point to his father. His dad is a high school coach that knows how to consistently finish in the top of the school's division. And ever since he was able to walk, he's been on the sidelines for every game. Even after he leaves practice at night, he's still getting advice from his dad at home. And from what I've heard from scouts who've watched him play, you can tell the extra coaching has helped. Even during interviews at the Combine, I was told by several GMs that he was one of their favorite players to talk to. He has his dad's eye for the game, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him become a coach one day himself. I like him a lot, and he'll be a great addition to the team.
When I have Evil telling me that I have had 4 first-round picks this year alone, at that point I know he's just trying to troll, which is what got him banned before and what got him timed out for a day here. I had 2 first-round picks. I already shut down your first point, and then you tried turning it around to me having 4 first-round picks? What are you even talking about, bro? Sit down. Let's go.
The Eagles are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock.
All right. Boy, all those NFC East teams are right next to each other. There's another freaking Shorts, the 3rd player.
The Cardinals are now
Oh
on
my
the clock.
gosh.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Run on
The
cornerbacks here.
Chargers are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock.
I don't mind anybody debating anything. That's not my issue at all. I understand some people don't agree with it. I have no issue with that. Notice I didn't time out Nerdy Geek. That's his opinion. Evil's taking it to a level of trying to troll me by saying I had 4 first-round picks this year. That just doesn't make sense.
The Buccaneers are now
That's just trying to troll. There's a difference.
The Texans are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock.
He asked me to name a team. I named a team, then he turned it around again just to troll.
The Bears are now on the clock.
We good though.
The Bears are now
I think it makes sense.
The Patriots are now on
Like I said, when we had a whole bunch of needs, I never traded up. Well, I traded up like once or twice for a certain player, but I mostly traded back. Like I didn't need to target certain players because I had other needs I could fill. I don't really have a lot of needs with this team. I've got 3 needs that I need to fill. And I've got a plethora of draft picks so I can maneuver through the draft to get the players that I want. That's just realistic to me.
The Rams are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Jaguars
They traded down 1 spot. Rams getting back-to-back wide receivers. Hankerson and Murskowski.
The Ravens are
Wait, what did the Bears do? Oh, 2 left ends back-to-back? Oh, like 2 wide receivers back-to-back, I get it. Wait, that's their 3rd wide receiver, though. Because didn't they draft a wide receiver? Didn't they draft a wide receiver with the pick I traded back in the 1st round? To be fair, they did. To be fair, the Rams did very much need wide receivers. They could actually probably start 2 of those if they're good. That's not the worst. I can understand that. Alright, Pink, you can undo it. But that, I don't even understand why you would bring that point up. That point just doesn't even make sense, as that's not a scenario in either situation. So I don't understand.
The Ravens have made their pick. Let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about him.
Showing up to the combine overweight.
You can undo it though, Pink. That's fine. I didn't even mean to select a full day. I just meant to do like an hour.
Most of the scouts I spoke with could not understand how this kid could let himself go as he neared the most important day of his playing career.
They took 3 middle linebackers. They need to fix this with the game, dude.
Willpower over food and passion for the game. I can only imagine his new team will have him on a
watch the Jets take another middle linebacker right there.
And strength and conditioning team likely to get him into a regimented routine within a week. When in shape, he's the kind of player that can make a true impact at the NFL level, but he has to avoid eating himself out of the league, a trap that so many rookies have fallen into.
Oh my gosh.
The Jets are now on the clock. The Saints have made their selection. For more about him, let's go to Adam Schefter.
This is a player that draft experts really didn't start talking about until the tail end of the season.
That Madden logic, though,
was where the sudden change in production came from. I talked to his college position coach, and he told me that a nagging injury slowed him down early in the season. You can clearly see he favored one side over the other when he was put out on the field or even walking on the sidelines. After he was benched for a few weeks, he came back and played at a much higher level. Even so, some teams were still cautious and did a thorough medical examination at the combine to be sure he was completely recovered. The results must have been positive for the team to have just drafted him now. As long as he can stay healthy, I really like what he brings to this team.
Adam, what can you tell us about the Titans' newest
wow,
player?
a lot of 3rd-round picks with draft stories here. Oh yeah, Nerdy.
For the decision.
You didn't do anything wrong, man.
Reports I've heard, it sounds like he had some family issues that he really wanted to settle before the draft. His coach and teammates didn't hold any ill will against him and actually seemed supportive in his decision. He mentioned to several teams during the combine interviews that he felt a burden lifted off his shoulders, and now he can really focus on football. Despite missing a lot of his senior year, I like this kid a lot, and I think he'll do fine for this team.
The Packers are now on the clock.
Here we go.
The Bears are now on the clock.
It's very rare you get 3 draft stories in a row in the 3rd round.
The Colts are now on the clock.
All
the
right.
Giants are now on the clock. The Cardinals.
See if I.
Let's go to Adam Schefter now. He's got more to say about the
Okay,
Redskins.
we're picking a few picks.
He had one of the worst pro days you could have for a defensive lineman. One coach put him through
It's
a
weird
series
swag.
of drills,
What's going on?
but halfway through you could clearly see him beginning to tire. According to Matt Miller, he looked considerably tired in the second half of the day and took frequent breaks. At the moment, he doesn't look like an every down lineman. He's really going to need to work on his conditioning to make it through an entire NFL season.
Right.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
The Titans. Tight end going to the Seahawks.
Our very own Adam Schefter has more to say about this pick.
We've seen him do everything this offseason a rookie quarterback should do, except throw. Back at the combine, he elected not to throw in passing drills, choosing to wait until his pro day. However, just before his pro day, he tweaked his shoulder while practicing the planned workout. only teams who brought him in for private workouts were able to test his game up close.
Four
My
wide
guess is
receivers,
they were one of those
Rams.
teams, and they were happy with what they saw.
What are the
We'll
Rams
have to wait and
doing?
see how long it takes
They
for him
really
to
need
get
wide
a
receivers,
starter in this
though.
league.
The 49ers are now on
All
the clock.
right. Third round selection. Hopefully that guard is still there. He's not. Wait, is he? Oh, he is. Okay. This was why we made that other trade. I knew I needed another backup. This is him right here. 7th superstar development.
The 49ers' latest pick.
He's one of the few receivers in college that no matter what sort of coverage you threw at him, he always came away with the
Receiver.
ball. A great example is one of his impressive touchdown catches that has been on highlight reels ever since. It was late in the game, and the defense knew who the quarterback was going to target. He was surrounded by 3 defenders when his quarterback put the ball in the air. And even though he was completely swamped, somehow he managed to pluck the ball right over the defenders' heads. He isn't the biggest receiver, but he has the ability to stretch and make the play, essentially making him a larger and taller target and a real threat in the red zone. I think this team got a possible difference maker at receiver.
I think we got a difference maker at receiver too. Connor Pichatelli. All right, superstar development. Our 3rd superstar development of the draft. Evil, you have been unbanned, bro, or untimed out. There we go. Yeah, we might have to move one of these guys over to center.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Vikings.
How many 4th round picks do I have?
Adam, what can you tell us about the Raiders' newest player?
The IQ test is perhaps one of the most controversial tools used to
I have no
measure a
idea,
player's
Swag.
aptitude during the combine. Even so, there are several NFL franchises that place
Works for me,
significant
Josh.
value in the
I'm down,
results,
bro.
which is exactly
Just
why
stream
when
the
this
draft
was
and I'll help you
14,
out.
Heads turned, and he found himself losing ground in several experts' mocks. Most GMs want to see a player score in the 20s, but history has shown us that several of the greats, like Marino and McNabb, have scored below this threshold. Scouts I've talked to have praised his football IQ, specifically his ability to learn a playbook and dissect opposition schemes. These traits should serve him well at the next level, though several players with these traits have failed in the past due to the complex nature of the NFL compared to college. Training camp and the preseason are going to be
Like the
huge
longest
for him,
story
and the
ever.
results, be they positive or negative, will no doubt add fuel to the raging debate over the use of IQ test as a judge of play.
Holy crap, shut up, Adam Schefter. Wow. I have never seen this many draft stories in the 3rd round. Like, every player has a draft story.
The Rams are now on the clock.
Wide receiver?
The Patriots are now on
Eh!
the clock.
It's a tight end. I mean, if they're not going to take a wide receiver, they took the closest thing they could to it.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
At least they got something else.
The Rams are now on the clock.
Sorry, Pink.
The Jaguars are
That was
now
the
on
longest. Was that not the longest draft story you guys have ever heard?
The Ravens are now
Yeah,
on the
we're going to create an online connected franchise for the new Madden, but it's going to be a subscriber league when it comes out. The Rams took another tight end. Back-to-back tight ends now. Adam Schefter telling us the full life of this dude. He was born on May 9th, 1980, whatever.
Panthers are now
When he was 1 year old, he received a car for his birthday, though he didn't know what the car was. I'm like, what are you talking about? Pass catching running back next.
Browns are now on the clock.
Probably.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Oh, man. All right. Players that I've been... Oh, I don't really need a wide receiver anymore. Don't really need a wide receiver. I need a center. I have another 4th round pick, though. I could probably either grab him then. Ooh. Now, I don't have a 5th round pick, so trading down would be a bit risky in that scenario. Let's see how many players there are that I want within the next 2 rounds, because I'm not going to have a 5th round player to get him. So, obviously, I want Dustin Morton. It's a guy that I would really like to get. Would Soma Blackshear... I'd like him. Obviously, we have Dylan Diamond right now, but Dylan Diamond didn't really have good stats. This guy at least has good zone coverage. And again, this is also if I eventually move Sean Kendall over to middle linebacker, I'll need somebody to step in. He's an option there. Ultimately, though, I might be able to trade this one down. I mean, this guy's here too. His zone coverage has got to be pretty low. I'm not drafting him now, Bryn. See what offers we have. Another 4th this year and a 5th next year, 4th, and a 4th next year. I mean, 5th this year, 5th this year, 7th this year, 6th next year, 3rd next year, and a 7th next year, 3rd and a 4th next year. Third and a 4th next year. They're saying the Cowboys. The Cowboys just had the best record in the NFL, but they also lost Dak Prescott. So that's something to consider. Oh, in the 7th, I'm sorry. We got a guard, Murderer. Reminder, guys, for every 2 new subscribers, or every $50, we add an hour onto the stream. My goal is to get to 200 subscribers by the time the new Madden comes out. If I can do that, there is a chance they would feature me on the front page under the partner spotlight, which could greatly help grow my channel. Right now, I think I'm at 138 sub points. So we got a ways to go, but obviously we have time for it as well. I have until August to get there, and I'm going to grind as much as I can by streaming as frequently as I can. To do it. But anyway, subs do add time onto the streams today. Let's see. What are we doing here, though? Dallas trade? Let's do it.
Well, wait, looks like both
we can trade back in this scenario.
Back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming.
The Dolphins are now.
They went with a wide receiver. I think I had. Yeah, Moton was the guy I was looking at. He looked pretty solid.
Can you tell us about their newest player?
He entered the season drawing comparisons to some of the most feared defensive linemen in NFL history after a mid-season disappearing act that saw him record just 2 tackles in 5 games. Many scouts were left shaking their heads in disbelief. Even with the growing concern over his lack of production, there were some GMs
I'm crazy. Thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to SnEaKyNation.
Result of the increased focus he began receiving as a result of his hot start. One pointed specifically to reports of offensive coordinators fashioning entire game plans around avoiding him, knowing that his fellow linemen were incapable of picking up his mantle. He'll now have a chance to prove believers right, as he's expected to see significant playing time in the preseason with a line far superior to the one he had in college.
Nice.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
All right.
The Colts are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock.
Here we go.
The Panthers are now on the clock. The Bills.
What up, Tiger Rules?
The Broncos are now on the clock. The Vikings
coming up on our new pick.
Adam, what can you tell us about that last pick?
He took an early exit at the combine after suffering what looked like a painful ankle sprain during the vertical jump. Scouts were eager to see what he could do this offseason, but they were left disappointed when he hobbled off the field. I've been told that he's 100% ready to go for rookie minicamp, and now he can breathe a sigh of relief that he's finally been picked.
All right.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
So, I'll probably grab the center now. Just to make sure that I get him. Could use more depth here, especially after not signing Warmack, having the computer auto-sign him, and then trading him away.
Buccaneers are now on the clock.
76 overall with normal development. Need to improve his run blocking. 26th overall. We got him at 117, though. Pretty solid strength. Impact block's alright. Little bit of a project, maybe, but overall a solid player. Definitely good for where we got him in the draft, I would say. Okay, so we don't have any 5th round picks.
The Texans are now on the clock.
So here we go.
The Vikings are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Rams are now
There's
on the
still
clock.
some other players
Rams
we've
have
seen
just
that we
made
like,
their pick.
though.
Adam, what can you tell us about him?
One of this draft's toughest players, here's a guy who played the majority of his final collegiate season with a broken foot. Long suffering with plantar fasciitis in the affected foot.
I do too, Josh.
Doctors
Josh, have
discovered
you worked on that
several hairline
playbook, man,
fractures
that you talked
across
about?
the first, second, and third metatarsals during a routine therapy session.
Ooh.
Translation? His foot was essentially shattered. Recovery took months, and he used the time wisely, studying film.
Add them under quotes, Pink. Because if we have a bunch of different random ones, people might forget about it. Whereas if you just do quote 1, quote 2, quote 3, quote 4, and so on, feel like it'd be easier to get to. Unless everybody disagrees. I'm cool with that too.
Professional career is over.
Alright.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
Here we go through round 5.
The Texans are now on the clock.
No picks this
The Packers
round.
are now on the clock.
We do have 3 sixths, though.
The
Sixth,
Packers are now on the
sixths! Can't speak today, man.
The Rams are now on the
Sixth.
clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock.
Alright. We'll have to
The
see
Redskins
if
are
the
now on the
Rams got a good wide
The
receiver.
Cardinals are now on the clock. The
And all
Broncos
those.
are now on the clock. The Vikings.
I'm excited about this team, dude. I don't know about y'all, but I am feeling it right now. Like, this draft, our offense. You know, we've spent so much of this series trying to get good defensive players, and we've done an excellent job of that. And this was my one draft to really focus on offense, and I feel like we did that, and did it pretty well.
The Vikings are now on the clock. The Bengals.
Devering Golden, though! No, not really.
The Jets are now on the clock.
I wish.
The Steelers are now on the clock. The Bears are
Alright,
now
while
on
we
the
have so many people here, who is y'all's favorite player from any of my franchises? I'm curious to know. I have a lot of regulars that are here for most all my streams, and we talk about this from time to time, but, you know, 80 of y'all here I don't see frequently. So I would love to hear what you guys think on it.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Here we go.
The 49ers are
All
now
right.
on the clock.
Devering Golden or Keyston Mack or Khalil Mack? Hey, Blue Seeds. Cutie pie. I think everybody says Gold. A lot of people think Golden. I would say Golden's probably the player most loved throughout my franchises from what I've gathered. Okay, so Soma Blackshear would probably be the ideal pick here. Again, I love his zone coverage. I love his age. He's probably still got a ways to go, but he's just going to be a backup for now. And maybe he'll have a future if he continues to improve. I also like his name a lot. 69 overall, giggity. But his zone coverage, it's 81 overall. Dylan Diamond's zone coverage is like 70. So I would trust Blackshear more right now than I would Dylan Diamond. And yet somehow Diamond's better, even though Blackshear's stats are better across the board. Don't understand how that works. We just got to get his play recognition up. Gonna have to get his awareness up. But overall, I think this guy has a chance to be a very good player. I'd like to get his catch up a little bit too. But again, a little bit of a project player, which makes sense at this point in the draft. Look how bad of a draft this is, though. This has got to be one of the worst drafts I've seen overall. He's a 69 overall, giggity. And he's ranked the 48th best player in the draft. I feel like typically there are a lot more 70 overall plus players than that.
Let's go to Adam Schefter now.
Dees from the Browns. Oh, that's nice, Gambler. That's a good choice.
Team starts up front, and here's a guy who's a franchise's dream.
Curtis Harden, Hudson Bonani, Keyston Mack, and Curtis Harden. Curtis Harden was unreal, but Madden 16 was cheese with the wide receivers as well.
Dominating them. He's going to be able to protect the franchise quarterback in addition to opening up holes for the run game. With size, speed, and
Ophodile.
He should have a very successful NFL career.
Martin Afidi, yes. I do remember Prina Sherman Elmers. I do.
The Lions are now on the clock.
That was a good one.
The Rams are now on the clock.
Hey, they didn't go a wide receiver.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
All right.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
I'm so excited for this
Bills
next year.
Are now on the clock.
Bills
The
left tackle.
Chargers are now on the clock.
Corner to the Chargers.
Are now on
They've
the
been addressing secondary. They've gone a corner, free safety, and strong safety now. All right, Rams have had a decent number of picks as well. Okay, watched. I mean, it might make sense just to go ahead and take Strickland here. Only 21 years old, 3-4 tackler. I do need a third middle linebacker for the time being. He seems like the best fit. Have I not? Did I not watch that quarterback? Is that quarterback gone? Somebody took the undrafted quarterback. Under oath. Thank you for that follow, man. Welcome to SnEaKyNation. That's interesting. I'd like to find out, do you guys remember his name? I did not see that coming at all. Do you guys remember his name? Because I'll scroll up through it. Let's just take Maxey here.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
68 overall. Fair enough. 82 speed, 78 tackle, 90 hit power. But again, he's only 21 years old. I mean, we've got plenty of time to develop this player into the guy that we would like him to be. So I'm okay with this pick as well. You'll find it? Okay. Let's see. Well, I can look up at the quarterbacks that have been taken. I don't remember seeing... I don't think it was Prohl or Roll. Mostly certain it was not him. Did he just vanish? Did he go in the 5th round? Don't think it was Watson. Did he vanish? Moore? Don't think it was Moore. I think the guy was a black quarterback, wasn't he? It wasn't Dyson. Was it Dyson? Maybe he wasn't black. I thought he was. He was black. Okay, he was black. That's what I thought. What in the world? What in the nipple? He just vanished. But they'll be there in free agency? Okay, we'll look in free agency. That's kind of weird.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock.
That Kendall dude is going to be so good. Who's that, Bama? Kendall? Well, who are you talking about, Bama?
The Bengals are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock.
Okay. Watched. What I might do is take another center and move him to the other guard position. I do need a backup tackle. I need a backup tackle. I don't think I'm going to get that. Don't really like either of these guys a whole lot. But honestly, they're going to be backups.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
73 overall. That is actually a lot better than I anticipated him being. Fair enough. I'm cool with it. Let's go, TJ Cotton. Kindle's still here. Oh, the strong safety?
The Steelers are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
Here we go.
The Texans are now on the clock.
Okay. Interesting, Josh. Might be worth checking out. I'm down to try it if nothing else. Down to give it a shot.
The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock.
All right.
The Colts are now
another
on the clock.
running back. Wait, did they have a
Giants
running back yet?
Are now on the clock.
Maybe they didn't.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Do I have a
The
seventh?
Broncos are
I
now
do.
on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Okay. Watched. Oh, everybody I had watched is gone. I mean, I could just use this to pick a guy with Appalachian State or a funny name. A killer combine for this guy. I need a tackle, though. Maybe I should just get a left tackle. If there is one. See if there's, like, a strong tackle. 5'4" combine's the best. 27 reps. 26 reps. Right tackle, maybe? 28? Yeah, there's really not a strong guy there. We can just look at a funny name and I'll just sign somebody for left tackle, I think. Or App State, whatever works. Are the new subs shown? Oh! Yo, can we get love? Firma, I don't know why it's not showing up. Alright, try refreshing your page really quick. And then if you look at the top right of the chat, it should give you an option to share. But our first sub of the stream, can we get so much love for Opfermo? Dude, thank you so much. And I gotta take a shot for you, sir. We will do that. I also gotta take that shot of hot sauce still. Don't let me forget, guys. Because I have a bad memory, and I will forget. Thank you so very much. SnEaKyNation, throw that love in the chat. Let me change it down here to the new sub thing. One new subscriber away from adding an hour onto the stream. But yeah, try refreshing it. Sometimes it'll pop up then. Alright, let's go down. I'll look for Appalachian State if you guys look for the funny names. If you find a funny name, find out what position he plays so we can find him easier. Alright, here we go. What do we got? Come on, App State. I know you've got some guys here. I know you're here somewhere. Maybe. Anything? App State. Gabe Exum Jr. Where you at, though? I'm trying. I'm looking for him. Hopefully you guys are finding some funny names, because I'm not finding Appalachian State at all. Not looking very good here. The guy from Yale. Alright. Well. Another Harvard guy. Hawaii, Lehigh. Remember that time Lehigh beat Duke? Ha! Another Lehigh guy. No App State guys. The App State guy is there? Or the Cedric... Oh, Cedric Curry. Okay, yeah. But he's not here. Okay, I thought you meant... Okay, I got you. Cole? Was there... Oh, Lucky Boss? London French? Wait, there's a London French, a Cole. If there's a London French, that's pretty hilarious. Cole's good, too. What? There's Cole, a left end. Oh gosh, that's pretty good. Alright, there's Cole. There's no way there's a London French. I feel like y'all are trolling me. Just two European things next to each other. You did see French? Obviously, London's not in France, but it's still kind of a funny name. Might not beat Cole. But having two names like European with European things is pretty funny. I don't see it. Do we go with Cole? I'm so freaking hungry. I need to go eat some food here in a second. I don't see that one. Sylvester Crumpler is a pretty funny name. I think Cole might take it, though. Wait, there's a Lucky Boss. Do y'all want Lucky Boss or Cole? Oh, gosh. Marvelous! With the resub! Can we get some more love in the chat? I did pass London French. Alright, what are you guys thinking? Cole, London French, or Lucky Boss? I didn't see Lucky Boss either, but I really wasn't looking for it. 250 plubes to Arbalist. Thank you so much. And then again, the mushroom with the resub. Oh, I love SnEaKyNation. Got a little sub train going on now. Oh! A pie face stream this week. Oh gosh. I need to get more. Everybody's saying London French. I need to get some more whipped cream, I think. There's Lucky Boss. Most people are saying London French. I don't know how I missed it. I was looking for French. Would have been better if his last name was England, I guess, but I still do like that name. Is there like some giant joke that you guys are all in on? I don't know how you guys are seeing this name and I'm not. Am I that blind? Oh, there it is. I am that blind. Oh, he's a quarterback. I kind of don't want to take him just because I'm not going to be able to keep 4 quarterbacks on the roster, and I really want to get that other guy. The Wizard strikes again. Thank you for that follow. Welcome to SnEaKyNation. I am blind. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go with Lucky Boss. I can't take that middle, because he just won't even make the roster. Lucky Boss might. Probably not super likely that he does, but he might. I mean, I finally found it.
The Bears are now on the clock.
63 overall. Okay. Ban SnEaKy and bring back the chair.
The Browns are now
I know. I'm blind.
The Bengals are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Hey, Lucky French ended up going to the Vikings.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
All right. It's for new subs. So, let me see. The Twitch Prime sub might. What time is it? Let me go. Let me click this. Oh, yeah. So the Twitch Prime sub, because they don't automatically resub, that did add an official new sub to it. Decal! Thank you for the bits. And we are officially adding an hour onto the stream. Thank you guys so much for those subs. I appreciate you, man. We are like 4 subs, I think, from where we, from our record as well. Let's see, out of 100. Alright, so I gotta move it to 8 or 951. 4. 2 more subs to the next hour. And then 951. Alright. First hour added to the stream. Thank you guys so very much. Here we go. Our draft. Hudson Bonani. Have we finally found our franchise quarterback? 80 overall, 22 years old. Then we got Ciante Cherry. 76 overall, 92 speed, 6'6" height for a wide receiver. Followed by Darion Cleveland. 6'7" height for a tight end, 87 speed, superstar potential for him as well. Then we got a superstar potential left guard, Piscatelli. Connor Piscatelli here, 73 overall. Then we got a center that's 76 in Dustin Morton. Blackshear, a bit of a project at strong safety. Strickland, a bit of a project at middle linebacker. TJ Cotton, 73 overall. And then Lucky Boss, 63 overall. The Giants, 78 overall, free safety, Cedric Mace. Can I do practice? We'll probably play some preseason games today, dude. This draft, I think, was really bad. 3 middle linebackers in a row. No wonder they kept drafting them. They all sucked. Oh, the Jags. Failing. They had 3 picks in the first 2 rounds, and they just goofed them all. I guess they did just win the Super Bowl, though. So, they'll be okay. What do I know? They're winning Super Bowls. I haven't yet. The Jets, 72 middle linebacker. They also got a 75 right tackle down there in the 4th round with superstar development. Doesn't have a lot of strength. Didn't have a lot of run block or pass block. One of the two. 78 cornerback for the Lions. Normal development there for Nunley. The Packers, 75 wide receiver. Melquan Starling. Quick development there. 75 overall. 79 running back with normal development. So they had a few nice pickups. Then they have a draft story. Mincy was a draft story. Normal development for him. 6'7" height though. Panthers, 76 wide receiver. Reggie Evans selected at number 2 overall. Interesting. Weapon for Cam Newton. Cards got Kindle. Oh, okay, Bama. Thank you. I'll keep an eye on him. We'll have to check it out. Patriots, 79 overall running back, Kobe Kyle. All right. Guess he's down 2 for some reason. Raiders, 78 tight end. Normal development for him, Austin Rudolph. All right, they had an okay draft considering how bad this draft is overall. What is Golden's name? Dwan. Not Devrin. The Rams and their 4 wide receivers, only one of them is above a 70. 263 overall. Let's see. Oh, man, just not good. Slow development on the one that was above a 70. Normal development. Normal development. Normal. Then they went with 2 tight ends. They had a ton of draft picks. My goodness. They also got a 71 way down there. They had a lot of players that are close to a 70, which considering how bad everybody else has done, getting guys 68, 69 are actually probably pretty solid for this draft. Ravens, 79 corner. My goodness. Quintarius Baber. This is the guy that was taken number 1 overall. Freaking a beast. 85 man as a rookie. 87 zone. Unreal. Very good coverage for a rookie. They also got a 75 right guard in the 2nd round with quick development there. Alright. The Redskins, 77 middle linebacker. Superstar development for him. Then in the 2nd round, they got a 75 right tackle with normal development. The Saints, 76 defensive tackle. Quick development. Oh, moved up to a 78. Then they got a tight end, 70 overall. The Seahawks, 69 strong safety, 70 overall tight end. The Steelers, 78 tight end, shoots. Quick development for him, 85 speed. 79 catching, 6'5" height. Alright, Texans, 75 free safety, quick development. Doesn't have very good zone coverage, though. Titans, 81 overall corner with superstar development, 6'2" height, 89 man coverage as a freaking rookie before even playing a down. Unreal. That's the highest I think I have ever seen for a rookie. Wow, 93 speed. Very impressive for the Titans. They also got another cornerback with quick development. 86 man coverage on Bradley Sewell. I mean, they got two potential lockdown corners. That guy's a bit more of a project, but well done. Vikings, 75 center. The Bears, 76 overall corner. Alright. Bengals, 81 overall running back Wiley with superstar potential. Very good player there. The Bills, 79 left outside linebacker Alex Amaya. Alright. 86 speed, 79 tackle, 88 block shed though. Broncos, 76 left tackle. Browns, 78 left tackle. I'm all about the Cox, man. Hopefully he makes it with the Browns. Buccaneers, 76 center. Cardinals. Alright, 77 middle linebacker Will McDaniel with quick development. This is a guy we will be seeing a Lot. They also got Q's favorite player, Q, Bama. I don't know why I said Q. Bama's favorite player, Qdarius Kendall. Alright. Looks like a really good player. For the 7th round, looks like an outstanding player. Good hit power, good zone coverage, good speed. Definitely would have been a better pickup than the guy I ended up getting. Except, maybe. Wait, let's see. Wait, where's his... Catching's not very good. Ah, maybe not. Because my guy is a 69 overall, but he's only 21 years old. In 3 years, I'm mostly certain my guy will be better than a 73 overall. So maybe not, but a very good player for the 7th round regardless. The Chargers, 76 overall left tackle. They also got a 74 quarterback in the 3rd round. The Chiefs, 75 center. Superstar development for him. The Colts, 75 right tackle. A lot of offensive line guys. Cowboys, not a good draft pick for them. Cedric Wilbur. He has okay coverage, though. They did get Kirkland Moten. This is another guy that I was scouting, and I would have drafted him had I not gotten Cherry. Maybe he'll be their new Ono Gayton, though. He did very well there. Welcome back, Gambler. Tremaine Compton, 78 overall wide receiver, 95 speed, though. What was his height? 5'8" height, so kind of like a slot guy, maybe. Eagles, 79 middle linebacker, Isaac Keys, superstar potential. This is another guy that we were very much considering drafting, but it just didn't unfold that way. He wouldn't have been there by our pick. We would have had to trade up to get him. We didn't need him that badly. But overall, very good player. Falcons, 76 tight end. All right. There we go. And that takes us back to us, which... one of the better drafts I think I have had. This one, we did well. I think we did well here. Alright. I'm going to have to go get, adjust roster. Let's do this really quick. And then I want to take these shots that I owe y'all. I owe y'all one regular shot, and then a shot of, hot sauce. Ugh. Alright, running back, don't need to switch anybody there. I think I'm going to go ahead and move Fryer back to wide receiver. So we're going to do this. and move with Edmonds and Darion Cleveland. Now, obviously, Cleveland's likely going to be the starter here. But I really would like to get Edmonds involved. His run blocking stands out a lot, and that's something we have to improve with Darion Cleveland. Get him to be a more well-rounded player, but overall, obviously, Cleveland is looking good. Look at London French. Where was he? Did he go to the Redskins, was it? We'll look at him. A lot of these receivers aren't going to make the list. Cherry's going to be starting. It's going to be difficult working all these players into the lineup. But we'll find a way. I think Mallard, Romero, Jeffries, and Owusu probably not going to be on the roster, unfortunately, as much as I love Chris Owusu. Do need to sign a left tackle. That's going to be a need. I will probably move Cotton over to right guard here. That's why I drafted him. There wasn't a right guard that I liked, so I figured I'd just take him and move him over. Okay. So I need to sign a left tackle. We need to sign that quarterback that we saw that we really liked. Defensive tackle. Gonna be tough to make it the roster there. Going to have to get rid of some of these outside linebackers as well. Corners, pretty solid. Free safeties, strong safeties. Alright. And then what picks do I have next year? Nope, that was this year. Next year, a first, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. Oh man, I've got way too many picks next year too. Alright.